Welcome to Bible study, everybody. This week we are looking at, is the Holy Spirit at work in my life? So we've been talking through this whole series about, am I saved? Like, how do I know for sure whether or not I'm saved? That's a big question, and it's one that we want to take very seriously, right? One of the most clear passages that I could find about this topic is in 1 John chapter 4, verse 13. And this is what it says. This is how we know that we live in Him and He in us. It's talking about God. This is how we know that we live in Him and He in us. He has given us of His Spirit. So how do we know if we're saved or not? Well, it's pretty easy, right? God has given us His Spirit. If you have God's Spirit, then you're saved. If you don't have God's Spirit, then you're not saved. If we are saved, we will live in God, and God will live in us. So this is made possible through His Holy Spirit. So to live in God means to be united with God and to be one with Him, right? And one of the outcomes of that is that we will obey Him and we will live in the way that He commands us to. We'll want to live in that way. So Jesus actually talks about this in John 14, 15 through 17, where He says, if you love me, keep my commands, and I will ask the Father, and He will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. That's the advocate. The world cannot accept Him because it neither sees Him nor knows Him, but you know Him, for He lives with you and will be in you. So He's talking about the Holy Spirit there, the Spirit of truth, right? So those who are saved have the Spirit of truth helping them to live, advocating to God for us, on behalf of us. The Spirit is with us always. So if you are saved, you have the Spirit. The world doesn't see this. It says in verse 17, the world doesn't see this, the world doesn't know this, they don't get it, right? But you will, because the Spirit lives in you and the Spirit lives with you. So take as example, you can't see the wind, right? But you can feel the wind on your face. You can see the effects of the wind, like the little ripples out here on the water. You can't see the wind, but you can hear it. So it is with the Spirit. Like, the fruit of the Spirit will be evident in your life. If you have the Spirit of God living in you, your life will produce the things of God, the things of the Spirit. If you're wondering what those things are, go back in the series. We went through 9 different fruits of the Spirit over the last few weeks. Go back in the series and watch those and see if you have those things evident in your life. As you answer that question and try to figure out, am I saved? You gotta answer, is the Holy Spirit at work in my life? Do I have the Holy Spirit, and is the Spirit at work in my life? So this is my challenge for you this week. Pray for the Holy Spirit to work clearly in your life. Say, dear God, I want to know that I am saved. I need some confirmation of that. Please. I want the Holy Spirit to be working clearly in my life this week in a way that I can't deny, that no one can deny that I am saved. Pray for that and ask God for the Holy Spirit to come into your life and be working in your life so that you can know for sure if you are saved. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.